So this has the correct behavior, but it's a really foolish way to compute the union of two lists. The reason for doing this is to show you the kinds of things that can go wrong if you just cut and paste code you find without understanding it. We're doing a lot more work than the original union would have been. Of course, we could have done this as we have it and got the correct result by replacing res here with just b. So searching for code is a good starting point often, but it's rarely a good ending point. And there's lots of reasons not to do this. The first is that you might be violating copyrights, or if you're taking code that is done under a certain license, well, now that license might impact the code that you're writing and that you use it with. So these are things to be very careful about. The other reason, and the one that I'm emphasizing today, is that you really miss an opportunity to learn something new. One of the best things about looking at other code is that you can learn from it. And the final reason is that the code that you find might be broken. Just because something's on the internet, well, you've probably learned this already, not everything that you find on the internet is true and correct. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't be searching for code and trying to find ways people have solved the problems that we want to solve. But it does mean that we should be more careful with what we find than just cutting and pasting it into our code. So let's go back and look at the code that we found. And there's several things in this code that we might not be familiar with, if all you've seen so far is CS 101. The most interesting one is set, and set's used twice, as well as this bar operator between two sets. We might guess that, well, that's doing some sort of union operation, because if this does what it should, it's taking the union of two sets. So let's figure out more about what set means. So here's some choices. This is definitely a subjective question, and I'll suggest that I think two of these are good answers.